Hello, welcome or welcome back. I thought today I would talk about my 2026 planner slash journal system. As you can see, I have quite a few planners going on right now. I don't use all of these every day, but yeah, I thought I'd just tell you all about them. So my last video, I did all about this A5 cousin. All of that is still the same. Still filling it out the same. So this is my weekly slash everyday planner and journal commonplace type of book. It has a little bit of everything. I don't pre-plan in this too much. So like the weeks are only filled out pretty much the day before the next week starts. So I just kind of go with the flow on this one. And none of the dailies are filled out till the day before. Like I'll write the to-do list for tomorrow, today, pretty much. But then it's not even comprehensive usually. So that's this one. Then my everyday and actually future planning goes on in this Hobonichi Weeks Mega. So I have all my monthlies mostly filled out till the end of the year. Obviously, I add stuff as things get added. Then I have this cute collage and another one. Really like how these turned out actually, especially this one. And then these started out really decorated, but now they're more bare bones. If I go to like, this is this week, they're like really basic. There's not a whole lot of stuff going on in them. And I do fill out quite a few weeks in advance. So this is this week. So 1, 2, 3 weeks or so in advance. This is where I'll pre-plan and then move all the information from here to the cousin, because this is just easier to keep up with when it comes to like the weeklies and stuff, especially like pre-planning wise, because in the cousin with the timetables and stuff, I don't want to put something in on the timetable only for it to move later and then me having to figure out how to cover it all up. And then since it's a mega, it has a bunch of notes pages in the back. I have another collage, and then I have some F1 related notes. I have this exact printout in a couple of planners because I was testing them at the time, so I printed a bunch of them out and I didn't want them to go to waste. I took some notes before the year started, some lists, products I've used up, makeup products I've used up in 2026, some more notes, and that's about it. I don't really use this too much to take notes, but every now and then when I feel like it, I'll do that. Then the next planner is one I'm not going to actually show the inside of. I'll show the cover. This is like my diary type of thing. This is where all my like daily thoughts and stuff go into. I don't fill this out every day, so there's a lot of empty pages in this, but it's quite cathartic to occasionally just write out my thoughts and feelings and just get them out on paper and have a place for them. So this is essentially just like a Dear Diary type of journal a little bit, I guess. Then next up is actually, there's 2 planners in this little pouch. Here's my other Hobonichi Week. So this is the Hobonichi Weeks that comes with me every day, like in my purse. I do my shopping lists in here. These days are like super bare bones. There's only like some important information. Some of these pages are empty. I'm not too precious about this one. I mostly just use it to jot stuff down on the go, like usually shopping list related stuff, and if someone tells me that something's happening on a date, and then it gets transferred to the other Hobonichi. We have another one of these because I printed it way too small. I think this was for the personal rings size, and I just stuck it in here. And absolutely no notes in the back. Oh, and another one of the same collage. This one's like the least interesting planner I think I have, besides the diary, which is also kind of boring. And then I carry this little field notes notebook. This is for notes on the go and notes, like commonplace notes that don't have a place in my Hobonichi cousin. I just switched this out, so this is pretty much empty currently. I was taking some notes for a future video, and then also researching some stuff about HEMA, because I do my own gel nails, and I was just interested in HEMA allergies and stuff like that, so I was looking into them. And then they sit in this pouch that I made myself. Then the next one is kind of a short and sweet one as well. This is a Moleskine Expanded in the grid paper. And this is my gaming planner. As I said in the last video, I was really into achievement hunting, and I still am, but I'm just not doing it as much right now. But I was writing down all the information I needed and trying to track certain achievements. Like here in Gotham Knights, I was doing the like side mission stuff, the heroic assault and Kelvin incident, and I was tracking how far along I was in those. And same with Arkham Knight, I was tracking the AR challenges and all those annoying little achievements that kind of you wouldn't get naturally in the game. Then some Lego ones, and then Lego Batman. That's the one that just came out, and that's the last one I currently have. I have some other games that I want to write about. I just haven't gotten to it. This notebook probably won't stay just gaming related, just because there's so much paper in here. I'm sure I'll find other uses for it. But currently, I'm really enjoying this because I feel like it keeps me motivated to actually keep going on some of these challenges. And then after that, I have my Traveler's Notebook from the Traveler's Company. Sorry, I have some charms on here that are quite loud. In here, I have 4 inserts. The first insert's empty currently. It used to be a note-taking insert, but I took that one out and put a new notebook in and haven't started using it yet. I was thinking of using this for calendars, maybe. Not sure. Then I have this folder insert thing. And then I recently decided to buy the July through December weekly insert, just to see if I like them or not. I had these a couple years ago, I want to say 2024 maybe, and I didn't really get along with it, but I don't know why. It just makes me want to come back to it all the time. This is this week. It's quite empty. I'm not intending on like filling it up like crazy or anything. But yeah, I'm just dabbling in this. This is not too serious. And then this is the other side of that folder. And then I want to say this is a Penguin Paper Penguin Co., whatever that is. I don't think they make this notebook anymore. It's a really thick Tomoe River insert. I have no idea how many pages there are, but this I use for keeping track of what's inked in my fountain pens. Then I have some quotes then the inked fountain pens continued because this page was full. And then mostly I use this for sewing notes, actually. I have some other lists in here and some, not going to show it, but there's some journal-y type things in there. But I'm currently using this mostly for like sewing related stuff. And there's not much in here currently. I haven't transferred all my quilt. Well, actually, I guess this kind of is. I haven't made a proper diagram for the quilt yet, but that's that. And then I made this sketchbook insert myself with Canon watercolor paper. I want to say it was a Canon one. But yeah, there's not a whole lot in here yet. I only made this a few weeks ago. But yeah, really enjoying that. This is one of my like fun planners. This isn't something I keep up with. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but I don't keep up with all of these planners all the time. I kind of switch in and out of them. Like I might stop using my Hobonichi weeks being here for a little bit and then just go catch up again in the other ones. And then my last planner is my Filofax Saffiano 6-ring personal. Yes, my strap thing looks kind of weird. I had to sew it on the sides because it was separating and glue wasn't really helping. So I decided to just go ahead and sew the edges shut. There's not a whole lot going on in here just because a lot of the stuff that I used to keep in here last year when I didn't really have much of a planner besides the Kikuyo Jibon Techo, and I wasn't really using that a whole lot. So this was my main planner pretty much last year, but it no longer serves that purpose. I have a calendar spread or calendar insert that I made myself on Canva. I have a lot of dividers in here, I will say that. I also made these dividers myself. I have some work points inserts. These are the same ones that are in my Hobonichi cousin that I showed last week. And then I have a shopping master list. So when I'm making my shopping list, if I need to, I can reference to this and see like what needs to be added to my list or not. And then here's all of my husband's food aversions. He's quite a big, like he's not a super picky eater, but he's quite a picky eater. So I have to keep in mind the things he doesn't eat. So I just keep a running list of that. Then I have a bunch of these list inserts for different things. These I also made on Canva. Not a whole lot going on in here. And then I have movies to watch inserts from Kina Prints. Really liking these. I have a lot of these because I think I was having misprint issues, so I was like salvaging the ones that were working, and so I ended up with a bunch of them. And I have a little F1 divider with Fernando and Lance. And then I have last year's race results. So I also made, these are like the inserts that I have in the other planners. These are the ones I actually keep up with the most. Here I take all my F1 related notes. Another divider, and then this one's for this year. So we're currently in the Great Britain GP weekend, so not too much. I'm not following this season as much, so there's not as many notes. I'm kind of writing this season off as the silly season and not keeping too much track of it. Then I have a bunch of commonplace notes. Some of them need to be moved to other planners. Like these need to go to my gaming planner and need to be updated. Same with this. These are no longer up to date and need to be moved anyway. And then I have some commonplace stuff from last year. And then what I actually use this planner the most for is for my financial planning. So I have a sticky note where I write out my bills for the paycheck, a little insert where I write out all my expenses, and I get paid every 2 weeks, so I try to divide them up so I can keep on top of everything. And I'm not going to show you my actual budgeting spreads, but I'll show you what they look like. So this would be for one paycheck. I keep track of my income, my usual expenses. My husband and I like split rent because we don't share a bank account. That's besides the point. But yeah, he gives me his half of the rent. Credit card payments, money and savings, and what I have for spending. And then down here, it's what needs to be transferred, because I keep my bill money usually in my savings account and then I transfer it out as I need it, just so I don't accidentally spend it somehow. But yeah, that's all I have to say about my planners. I know this system is kind of convoluted and I'm doing some of this stuff multiple times, but it brings me joy, so I hope y'all found this interesting, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.